entertainment venues to close at 4 a.m. We've got stories on democracy, as well as the craziest gold robbery you'll ever see. Welcome back. Welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Not welcome back because it's the start of the show. And the show has started off to an absolute shambolic start.
It has started for a while, actually.
It has started for a while. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's joining us. But hey, that's the charm of Good Morning Thailand. It's going to be a great show. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, let's just start by addressing the fact that today is a public holiday. And today is Her Majesty the Queen's birthday.
The Queen Mother.
That's right, the Queen Mother. And also, it's a public holiday, which means it's Mother's Day.
Here in Thailand.
And that's why me and Sarah are wearing blue.
Yes.
So we would like to wish the Queen Mother a very happy birthday.
And happy Mother's Day to all.
Happy Mother's Day to all mothers and females out there in the world.
Yes. And not females.
In Thailand.
Who have mother roles as
Mothers.
well.
Mothers, yeah,
Yes.
specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just going to be that kind of a show, ladies and gentlemen. Strap in and get ready on the bandwagon. Starting today, at least we're going to start with some good news.
All right.
The CCSA has approved or is going
yet,
to
yeah.
approve, very likely to approve, new curfew timings for entertainment venues from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Hooray, 4 a.m.
Yeah. I mean, most of the bars and pubs are already open until 4 a.m. But now they're going to allow it properly, legalize it. And this is from the Ministry of Tourism and Sports. It will be proposed to the CCSA, or the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration. So actually last time Jet was discussing with us like why CCSA is still making decisions. So basically all the heads of all the ministries are under this committee. So I think that's why most of the decisions still go through the CCSA, and the Prime Minister is still the head of the CCSA. So technically it's still the committee that makes most of the decisions regarding tourism and foreigners and country opening up in COVID times, just to explain. So it's not a blanket measure, and it's still a proposal, so it's not confirmed yet. It will be confirmed next week, and it will only be applied to pubs and bars in the designated zones such as Khao San Road in Bangkok, Patong Beach in Phuket, the Walking Street in Pattaya, Ao Nang in Krabi, Khao Lak in Phang Nga, and Got Samui, and in Hua Hin and Chiang Mai. So all the touristy spots, they will be allowed to open till 4 a.m. He said that he had floated his idea with pub and bar operators and advised them to discuss the matter with governors in their respective provinces, adding that the ministry will also help in pushing the idea with the Ministry of Interior. So some people came out and were against this idea. So he claimed that many foreign tourists usually have dinner as late as 10 p.m. and then they visit a pub or a bar around midnight. So just as they are just starting to have fun, it's almost closing time. So he's being considerate, and he wants to extend the closing time to 4 a.m. And he also said that most people, including Thais who visit pubs abroad, want to spend more time in a pub to enjoy life. He also conveyed the message to those who oppose the idea, saying that many customers, many party goers want to hang around drinking, and some operators have been known to close their premises to avoid police detection, which may jeopardize the safety of the party goers or pub goers in case of fire, just like in Mountain Bee. So he pointed out the necessity of the zoning system where the entertainment venues can operate without causing a disturbance to people in the neighborhood. And it's still out there. I don't know, as if it's not confirmed, I don't want to confirm it, but it's a good idea and it's a good start, I guess. Yes. But he was also behind the idea of the 300 baht tourism fee proposal, and that he received a huge backlash for that. So it remains to be seen, and we will see that next week, and we will keep you up to date. Are you excited?
I personally like the idea that they allow people to open until 4 a.m. This is an option. Obviously, they're not forcing, okay, if you open a bar, you must open until 4 a.m., right? If you choose to open until 2 a.m. or midnight, then so be it. It's a choice. But also, I'm kind of wondering, why didn't they just make this across the country? Why is it only in selected
Because
zones?
they like to test things out.
Right,
first.
I see.
This is their tactic. With everything, just like the visa, just like everything else, this is one of them to see the response, how bad of a backlash they will get. And if it's positive, then they will
Continue,
make it a
I
thing.
guess.
Yeah.
You're a
What's
party
that
person.
smile?
You guys are so serious today.
Are we?
What?
It's Friday.
I feel like I'm more talkative than usual already.
Girls, 4 a.m. New entertainment.
What, do you want us to dance like
2
what you did
more
before?
extra hours. It's time to party, baby.
Oh.
Dum, 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 dum.
Right.
Great news. Great news.
Okay, someone's a
pumped.
party
Yeah.
person.
No, I'm not a party person, but
Right.
I am honest and accepting of the fact that a lot of people do like to party in Thailand. And why shouldn't they? Right? It was the curfew was at 2 a.m. Most of the clubs were open till 4 a.m. anyways. Now it's 4 a.m. and maybe they'll be open till 6 a.m. So, hey, if you're a person looking to enjoy all night out in Thailand, great news for you. Something to welcome, and yes, it is still being proposed, but it seems like it's very likely to happen. It's like one of those rumors where we're all talking about it, and we pretend like, oh, just wait for it.
I think
But
it will happen.
it's going to happen.
We'll keep you up
Yes.
to date.
That's right. So it's time to party, everyone. Yeah.
Party like the
Come to
Germans.
Thailand. What?
I don't know you were doing a German accent.
How dare you
Okay.
stereotype my accent?
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, it's going to be that kind of an episode. This is the Good Morning Thailand talk show, if you're wondering what show did I stumble upon. And we will be talking about briefly some news topics today. Now, we've got more topics to come, now including, we're going to talk about a little bit of politics, a little bit of democracy, as well as, and we're going to end the show with a bang, as always. So, Nettie, let's now talk a little bit about democracy.
Yeah, so on August 10th, which was a couple of days ago, we did report that there was a huge student rally going on at Thammasat. And one of our reporters here at Thaiger actually went down and covered the story. So this is what she found. Hundreds of pro-democracy demonstrators from all over Thailand gathered at the Naga courtyard at Thammasat University's Rangsit campus to join a peaceful rally hosted by the Student Council entitled Democracy Must Go On. Now, the protesters demanded only three things that they wanted from the Thai government. Number one, resignation of Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha. Number two, a people's constitution. And the last one is the reformation of the monarchy under a democratic constitution. Now, the protest, if you're wondering why does it have to be held on August 10th, that's because 2 years ago, specifically on August 10th, the protest held in the same place which 10 demands for reform of the monarchy were made. Now, this time, they only were asking for 3, so they reduced it heavily. The atmosphere at the mob was peaceful. Most demonstrators sat on picnic blankets on the grass, waving flags, holding signs, intently listening to activists as they made speeches on stage. And she even reported that they had masseuses offering massages at the back for 100 baht, just to keep the people relaxed. There were a few police officers that were dotting around the campus, but there were no tear gases, no water cannons, no weapons, no riot police were present. So that's a good, nice, peaceful one. So the demonstrators, some of them came for different reasons, right? Like I told you that there were 3, but the most prominent ones were probably they wanted Kun Prayut or Prime Minister Prayut to step down because they're afraid that he might be trying to find a loophole to try and hold his position for longer. For example, claiming that his premiership began in 2017 with the military-appointed Senate voted him in. But basically, he's already been here for 8 years, but he might use some kind of other excuses to prolong it. Some other people were there for the rally of Section 112, which is Thailand's criminal code, also known as lèse majesté law. So people were there for different reasons. But overall, it was a peaceful and nice nice little rally. Nothing bad happened, so that's a good update.
I think one of the very good movements, or one of the clauses from the new governor especially, was that he wanted to create sites where people could peacefully protest and let their opinions be heard.
Freedom of expression.
Exactly, and I think that was a very progressive way of moving forward into the future as well, where we allow the people of the
Policies
country.
are very
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, we need to allow the people. The people of the country need to be heard. They need to be allowed to be, allowed to be spoken to.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take another quick break. Once we come back from the break, we'll be addressing our poll as well as one of the most interesting stories you would have ever heard around Thailand. Now, Thailand has a lot of cool, funny, interesting stories.
It's a big claim, though.
That's right. And this is one of the most entertaining ones because a retired man goes and robs a gold shop. And it's the most comical experience.
You seem excited. I'm excited
And
now.
video clip ever. Yeah, we've got video evidence of this. So stay tuned. We'll be back right after this. Hello.
Wow, what a bang!
Welcome back. You're watching GMT, baby.
Oh
And
yeah.
this show is brought to you by Andamanda Water Park. Now, girls, if you want to enjoy a nice sunny afternoon, what better way than to visit a water park, eh?
I know.
True.
I know.
So they have this wave meter pool, right? Where the waves actually go up to 3 meters high. And what they've done is that it's quite neat. They've actually got like sand right across from the wave pool. So you can just take a couple of pictures just like you're at the beach.
Oh wow, like trick people.
Pretending.
You could.
Yeah.
And in this world of social media, all we need is content. So
Right.
content is king, they say.
I was gonna say that actually.
Were you?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just speaking my mind. Sorry. Move on, please.
go.
Insert silence for awkwardness. So visit Andamanda Water Park next time you travel to Phuket for a nice sunny day out and also enjoyment. So now I'd like to say Edward Ketterer. I apologize if I've said that wrong, but Edward, thank you very much for being a Tiger legend. We appreciate the support.
Tiger legend.
Very, very much. Thank you. And of course, members, please let in your questions as the voice of God is monitoring them, and we will address them at the end of the show. As for now, let's address a poll we did. We were talking about robots
Yeah.
as they're taking over the world. In 2050, as the world moves forward, robots
People are confused now. What's the poll
will take over
exactly
everything.
about? Is it dance move or what is it exactly here? I'm confused.
We were having a chat about this, viewers. It's that time of the show where if you've made it so far, you're really into GMT, and
Yes.
you're really part of the Tiger family.
Thank
You know,
you.
there's about 200 people watching. Please click the like button if you are watching. This show's already gone off the rails, and I feel like Sarah's, still in the initiation process. I think she's caught on. But we were
Have
talking
I?
about this earlier,
I
how
don't know if
me
it's a good-
and Nadia are both like Looney Tunes
Oh,
characters.
speak for yourself. I'm
And Sarah's just a bit more, Sarah.
Sarah.
What does that mean?
Whatever
You're the
you want
most
it to
mature
mean.
one on this
Yes.
panel.
Yes.
For now. For now.
For
of the
now.
camera,
Yeah.
at
We
least.
will break her, ladies and gentlemen. We will bake her. Bake her.
I know. I was.
Bake her?
Definitely
Don't
not break.
bake me.
Break.
Oh,
her.
break. I was like, oh.
He did say bake. Anyways.
Moving on. Let's address our poll, shall we? We asked basically about robot waiters. There was a story yesterday about S&P, the bakery and restaurant chain. They're using robots as a way to cope with skyrocketing costs while keeping the prices down. So they're using robot waiters to, send some food around their restaurant. Now, this is not necessarily new. We've had barbecue restaurants and shabu restaurants across the country use robots. So we asked, what are your thoughts on this? And we gave them 3 choices. Now, the choice with the most number of votes, with 56%, people said, I don't like the robots. I prefer human interaction. Excuse
Sorry,
me.
there was like a fly or something.
I was staring at it
It's
too.
like,
How did a fly even
Guilty.
get in here? Anyways, I don't like the robots. I prefer human interaction. 56% people said that. 30% said if it's hybrid, human staff and robots, then I'm fine with it. 14% said love the robots.
love the robes.
Yeah.
I must hate people.
Yeah, a lot of people felt quite, sensitive to this topic for some reason. And yeah, they had some strong comments against the robots and said, look, I prefer human interaction. I like getting serviced. And I'm like, okay, fair enough, cool. I picked a couple of comments. Catalin said, probably that's the future, but I expect to see it first in very expressive countries. Can you give me an example of an expressive country, Nettie?
Japan.
Thailand. Expressive, right? Like you're like expressive.
Okay, expressive is subjective here. Like, what is
Yeah.
expressive
Yeah.
in this context?
Well, Thailand, the land of smiles. You're smiling, you're expressing that you're happy.
I would say the Philippines
really
are
have-
super expressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think that in terms of like technology, Japan is very expressive.
I'm going to give
Oh, you're going for the robots
Yeah.
expressions.
No, we're not
I have
talking
no
about
idea what
robots.
exactly this question was meant
Okay,
to just
so
get
now
us
it's
in
just
trouble.
going
Really,
into the-
I'm going to give a very diplomatic answer. I'm going to say everyone's expressive in their own way.
Oh wow.
Disgusting. Anyways, Mercy Pool said, it's a gimmick with a stupid excuse. Labor is so inexpensive. The robots cost a lot more than several employees ever would. Excellent point.
But that's like a long-term investment.
Yes.
If you invest in a robot instead of like, and you have to deal with people too. And I think that's a big
Yeah.
issue with labor.
Yes.
They have their own issue, and sometimes they don't want to show up for work, or they
Exactly.
have a bad attitude, or things like that. A robot would never give you an attitude.
Sarah
Would
comes to
never.
work. I have to deal with her attitude.
Yes.
She
Poor
calls me
Jay.
names.
Poor Jay.
Temper tantrums. What
Right.
can man do? And of course, the maintenance costs and everything.
Yeah.
And if I know that they're programmed not to bump into some people, but
They're really
if
good
we-
at that, by the way.
Yeah, but if we lived in a world, I'm very untrusting of people. Some people might bump into the robot intentionally and be
Right.
like,
Yeah.
"This robot attacked me."
Yeah. Possible.
It's possible.
It is
the world's
very
a strange
possible.
place.
Yeah, it
Anything's
is.
possible.
Yeah.
All
But you
humans
can't do
should
that
be
with a
changed.
human being, or can you?
You can.
I'm sorry, but your
Can.
staff abused me.
Right. Me again. But yeah.
All right. Anything's possible. But in general, people have said, look, you can't replace human interaction. I want to be greeted by one Natty Warisa and
Hello.
one
I think
Sarah.
people crave it more since the lockdown.
Sure, yeah.
Like human
absolutely.
interaction.
Or do they crave it less? Because they've been
people crave it
isolated and they're like, I don't like people
I
anymore.
usually don't like people, but during the pandemic, I actually miss people. Yeah.
I think extroverts would really miss people.
Yeah.
I think introverts are like, woohoo, it's our time now.
For a bit. And then it gets really sad.
Nah, I like being alone.
8-bit.
Are we like loners? Okay, we
really
all
are.
have no
Yeah.
friends. Like this is the only friends we have.
This is our safe zone. We're in the Tiger zone right now with the live viewers. All right, our last story, ladies and gentlemen. Strap on. Everybody got their seatbelts on?
Yep.
This is a story about a robber. A senior citizen decided to rob a gold store. And it is very comical. We've got video going on. Shai, can you please play the video? Here we go. It was a dark and stormy night. No, it wasn't. A 70-year-old man stole 17 gold necklaces from the Yawarat M Gold store. Excuse me. Visha has played the wrong video. I
Okay.
Be shy
apologize.
behind the buttons.
There we go. So we had to
Okay.
blur a little bit of the video, but you can see what's going on. A 70-year-old man stole 17 gold necklaces from the Yawarat M Gold store in what was arguably the slowest robbery and getaway in stick-up history. Now, CCTV caught this robber, reported to be Kun Bowan, casually entering the shop wearing an all-black costume and a face mask. He pulled a gun out of his right hand pocket of his shorts and pointed it at the staff. He threatened the staff to give him a tray of necklaces. He grabbed some of them himself, as you can see in the video, and then he put them in a black bag. Now, Kunbawan then tried to make a getaway, and then he realized, oh no. And we had a pure Laurel and Hardy slapstick comedy session. The staff switch on the safety mode, which locked the doors, so he couldn't leave the premises, and the doors were locked. Now, these were heavy glass doors. They weren't bulletproof or anything, but they were quite heavy, so he tried kicking them down, like one would. Now, after rattling the door a few times, he tried to kick his way out, only to be rebounded off the glass back onto the counter behind him several times. He kicked once more, he kicked 2, 3, 4 times. Eventually, he decided to take his gun out and shoot the glass door, which shattered. And then he slipped and fell on the glass as he tried to escape onto the street. Once again, at a very leisurely pace. He was in no hurry.
Sad. I don't find it that funny. I feel
It's
bad
sad
for
and
him.
funny depending on who you are. Yes.
But because he's old, I don't know his story. Maybe he's that desperate.
Obviously is. Now, police officers from Laksang police station tracked the armed robber to his hideout, which was at an abandoned building located near the shop. After a short standoff, Bawan surrendered and declared that it's the end of the road. Now, the police seized these 17 gold necklaces, the cost and weight, which is still yet to be determined, but and they're still trying to determine the motive behind the senior citizen committing a crime. And Bowen was charged with a robbery according to Section 336, and he's going to be facing a fine and, of course, possibly 5 years in jail. He also has 2 other charges. And look, there's 2 ways to look at the story. One, was it comical? Absolutely. The thing that makes it sad, I think, is he was a senior citizen. We don't know the motivation behind his.
Well, I think he's poor.
His acts. Clearly, yes. But
Also, I'm gonna relate back to that charity we went. How many old people we saw on the streets?
Yes.
So this might, be one of them.
it could be.
So that's like sad.
Yeah, desperate people do desperate
Yeah.
things. Did he want to rob a gold store? Probably not.
Yeah.
We're going to try to give him that benefit of the doubt. But yeah, unfortunately, he was caught and reprimanded, and they're still yet to determine the decision. But yeah, I started off this story as a fun story.
I brought it down.
And it just
I'm
became
sorry. I'm
so
just,
sad.
Your empathy, Sarah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to
Sorry for being a
understand
good person.
the person.
I understand, yes.
You are those type of people who like to watch people like those fail comedy videos on Facebook.
Fail comedy videos on YouTube are hilarious.
There you go. Okay, this explains.
Yes.
But can
lot.
I just say something? While you were reading that out, and it was so, how to call it, vivid, because he
Yeah.
pulled his gun out of his right
you actually
pocket
see it.
and pulled it in his right hand. I'm like, wow. And as the pictures were going on, I felt like a school kid, like listening to like lunchtime stories, like,
That's what I mean.
yes, what's going on?
I was trying to narrate it and get people involved with the story, and here Sadie Magoo over here goes,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
but we don't know
everyone."
the motives behind. I was like, of course, nobody a lot of people steal and do the wrong thing out of desperation, and desperate measures
I also
are
have soft
needed for
spot for
desperate
like
times.
old people. I feel bad for them in general.
Yeah, so do I. I do have
But
a
do
heart.
you?
I'm not
Do
inhumane.
you?
I do.
You were laughing.
God, what? You're laughing right now.
Laughing at you.
Same.
No, you're old.
What?
It's okay. Because you're not old. It's okay to laugh at you. Anyways.
So it's not okay to laugh at old people who try to rob gold stores?
I'm not going to justify this, but I just don't. I just don't like laughing at old people. I feel bad.
I wasn't laughing at old people. I was laughing at the comical scene
understand.
Like,
It
in
can
a
be
gold
funny.
robbery gone wrong.
Yeah, it's mishap after mishap after mishap. It's like,
Viewers would
man.
love this because we're disagreeing.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
oh, yeah,
Yay.
we're disagreeing
Been told
so
we
much.
don't disagree
Yeah,
enough.
now we are.
Anyways,
For something
you
so
just made it seem like Jay's against senior citizens.
Yeah, why are you
He
against
hates
senior
old
citizens?
people.
You do.
I do have grandparents. Okay, I'd like that to be
Alright,
known.
okay.
And who I love very much.
Okay.
That being said, let's take a quick break. And once we come back from the break, we'll address some of your comments and feedback.
Yes.
Conversation and have your voice heard. Discuss the issues, share information, and get information. Tiger Talk is where you keep in touch with everything Thailand. Go to thetiger.com/talk. Well, welcome back to Good Morning Thailand, where we will address some of your comments as well as slanderous claims from one Sarah against yours truly.
I was just giving my opinion.
You have to do it the other side so you can see the logo. It's all about branding. There we go.
Well, I can't do it on my
Everyone's
right. 'cause
picking on Jay.
we went through this.
For you. I feel bad for you now.
Why you bully me?
All right. Enter the voice of
This is the
God.
biggest mistake of my life, just having two strong women to my left and right.
Hey, hurry. Voice
Yes.
of God needs to
Oh,
enter.
right. Enter the, ladies and gentlemen, enter the chat. Voice of God.
Hello.
There she is. Hello.
Hello. Okay, I have a few comments. Actually, a couple. Actually, what? I just made it less.
Everyone.
Okay, sorry, my brain's not working today.
It's a holiday.
It is a
Yeah,
holiday.
Shano Traveler said working on a public holiday,
Yep.
as we always do.
That much like how much
Our
we
minds
love
are
you.
also on a holiday apparently today.
Yeah. Sick Puppy said, "Did Jay go green this morning?" I'm asking for a friend.
Who asked that?
Sick Puppy.
Sick puppy. Because Sick
Everyone's
Puppy asked that.
asking that.
I'm not gonna lie, but can I tell you what happened? Okay, like I said, we're deep into the GMT. We'll be honest.
All right.
I thought I ordered my coffee, and it came an hour later than it usually is. So after I drink my coffee, I get time to kind of sober down. But I've just been chugging my coffee to properly wake myself up. But because I chugged it, I've got like a caffeine rush.
I see.
So
Is
I'm
that why you
slurring
were
some of my
dancing?
words. I'm missing out some words.
No,
I'm
he always
dancing.
dances.
Well, I do dance and sing, but often during the breaks.
Yeah.
No,
That's
don't
right.
lie. You dance throughout the whole entire day.
And you sing
Every
as well.
day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Slanderous comments. Slanderous comments made about Jay. Poco. I saw a comment from Poco Loco saying Jay hates old people. Sad face, sad face. Poco. Poco, don't say such things. I love old people. I'll be old one day myself.
Jay, the old people lover.
I feel like I've already taken the plunge from the boat and I'm like diving into the water and I see a shark's head just opening its mouth and I'm like,
Such vivid description. By the way.
please continue, Karma.
I tuned out for a few seconds and I see Jay doing something weird. Okay, Ken RQ said, Sarah, you need to put Jay in his place.
Yeah.
Well, she has, so.
Tried.
Wait, what was that? Okay, keep going.
Why'd you do
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, keep going.
Natty, have you
Sorry.
noticed? That's like Natty's go-to
go.
thing. Like,
I
why are
just
you always slapping butts? You're obsessed.
It could be a face.
Why? Yeah. Whoa. No. Not
I'm just saying it
faces.
doesn't have to be
What's
butt.
going on?
Yeah, it could be something else. Like a
Exactly.
shoulder.
Okay, wait, we
Or
can
Okay,
back on
anyways.
track. So the bars and pubs proposed to open at 4 a.m. story. Text symbol said, I'm in bed by 12 anyway.
Same here.
Yeah. I can't handle going out until 4 a.m.
You?
No,
was like,
Tex is
Oh,
in
text.
bed by
I
12.
apologize. No, midnight is a very good time. Midnight's late. Like normal people
Sound
living in a
old.
normal world, midnight is
It's
late.
not partying. Yeah,
Sound
it's
old.
Carmel, out all night in Bobo and stuff. 4 a.m., 6
Yeah,
a.m.
now.
Yeah,
She's living the high life.
Carmel.
Normal people need to go to sleep to go to work the next day, Carmel.
Yeah.
But it's God. God doesn't need rest. God is alive
Always.
throughout all day, 24 hours. It's the aura around us. What's going on? Here we are in paradise.
Right. That's why people
so
ask
high
if
in
he's on the
caffeine.
green, which is understandable. I am wondering that too right now.
Continue.
Caffeine rush. Sick Puppy said, Thailand, get a life. Keep the clubs open like Vegas all night.
Who said that? Sick puppy.
Sick Puppy. Can you imagine
Maybe
the,
one
the,
day.
the clubs, everything just staying up all night, just
I'm
like
sure
Vegas
there are a
does?
few.
Oh,
that
there are.
open.
What was that? Oh, what was that club? Hold on. Fill in quick.
Oh, can I just say the reason why it kind of works
used
with Las Vegas is because it's more for like a party city and the resident area is almost segregated from the main strip of Las Vegas, where in Thailand the houses, the residential areas are integrated, like the pubs are integrated inside those residential areas. So if they open all day all night, I think the residents are going to be like, there's so much traffic around here, like I
I think
can't
the
get used
governor
to
is
the
trying to
noise."
fix that. The Bangkok governor, he's trying to designate each area. So that's a good start if he can. do it.
Relocating everything, street foods,
People will
pubs, like
complain
the
again.
green, like everywhere.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh,
Got a
Nakmizi.
donation.
Yeah.
Love the chemistry and information, says Nakmizi. Thank you very much,
Thank
Nakmizi.
you.
Not too
a
much
rare-
information
Mariska
today, but
Hargitay.
thank
This
you.
is a rare occasion because all of us are not like,
Not
in
normal.
the right
We're
mindset.
clearly not normal today.
I am the most
Can I
normal.
say, sorry, so we were talking about clubs being on all night. I
Yeah.
think in my experience, NARS was one of the only ones back in my day. I'm talking about like 10 years ago.
Yeah, mine.
Where like you'd go to like,
Yeah,
the
24.
D&D or, those,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are they called? Beam, not Beam.
Oh, I love the
What next to Funky Monkey? What's that one called?
cassette.
Not a party.
No,
visit.
Cassette, Funky Monkey, and then
Blue Whale.
definitely not. There was
But
anyways.
anyways.
So
They
you,
just-
like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you finish from that place, and then you'd be like, like, where's the only place that would be open
I'd go
until
to
6
Food
a.m. and then you'd go to Nas. You
And
go to
eat
Food
American
Land.
fried rice.
She goes to Food Land and eats American fried rice.
With raisins in it.
Yeah, yeah. Why not, right?
Sorry. I liked it too much.
Very obvious. But okay, yeah.
Shall I move on?
Yes,
Yes, please.
We're having a laughing fit today. For the survey about robots, yay or nay,
Uh-huh.
Tech Symbol said, so if if it's all like robots in the restaurants, you don't have to tip a robot waitress.
I didn't think
And-
of that.
Well, that's a good
true,
point.
yeah.
Then will they still have service charge?
They will always
Oh,
have service
Right?
charge.
But there's service charge for the robot's electricity.
Then
I
you don't have
guess.
to tip.
No tipsies.
The robot like blocks your way before you're leaving out.
Tip, please.
Yeah, because
do
you
not
didn't tip. 'Cause
move.
What's
Hits you,
what's the
smash into you
equivalent? Yeah.
until you
What's so
throw the money.
violent?
Yeah. Sarah just like woke up today.
It
I
chose
know.
violence.
Chose
Chose
violence.
violence.
Yeah. Just I'm
Sorry.
not gonna agree with anything Jay says. I'm
So
gonna
I'm working
pick
on a
him.
public holiday. That's what.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Whoa.
No, I'm kidding.
It all makes sense now. It's all coming to life. She woke up today. She's like, God, this Jay guy.
Okay.
Poco Loco said the robot hosts would use a bigger table. This is a diss at our table.
Would you like to help us come up with ideas for new table? I would love to see your ideas. Like really, I'm serious. Like why not? Everyone's been talking about this for 2 weeks now. Let's just make it a thing.
I think it's Natty. Natty is the lone survivor. She's the one who hasn't given up on the laptop.
we-
Too poor to get an iPad. Like, this is all I have.
Maybe we should
I
do a
might
poll.
rob a bank soon.
Oh no. Oh no, not the
We
least.
don't wanna
Incriminated.
see you falling and do that whip your hair dance.
Yeah,
move.
and then you're gonna be like, oh, you old person, and then you're gonna be hating. On
I
old
didn't
people.
say any. Why are you looking at
You
me?
started this.
Sorry, but she took it further.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm sorry. not. Okay.
Anyways,
The guy.
someone from someone from the Facebook live stream commented. The person's name is Clement. It's kind of good to have robots since it usually works on some places and businesses, but I guess it depends. It depends on the business itself, but the person much prefers a balance between the two. So it really works out, at least half robots and some a hybrid mode. It works out with barbecue restaurants and shabu. It really works out well. Hot pot, yeah. Sorry, yes.
I have a comment. I think, yeah, exactly what you said. I think it's good for every establishment to at least have one human being that kind of manages the store in general. Because, when you call a call center and it's like the robot AI talking to you, that's so annoying. And can you just imagine like something's wrong with your order and like you're like, okay, robot, help me. And it's like, put the tray back. Like you can't have immediate
Sometimes
response.
Eating and going out is an experience as well. So you just don't want to go and hang out with machines.
You don't?
Like
What?
I don't.
Okay.
I maybe I want to see people watch while I eat. Look at how miserable that waitress
Oh,
is.
wow.
What's her story?
The real Sarah's
No, I'm just saying that it's like a thing.
So
right?
you're the
For some-
person who's sitting in the restaurant with your friend or partners. You're like, oh my god, look at what that person's
No,
wearing.
sometimes it's a top. I'm just being honest here. Like
Okay.
some people, including me, like to people watch and imagine their stories.
You imagine? Can you imagine my story right now?
You are
the way you're
having
smiling.
fun.
Very, very good story.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, I don't know. I don't know what to say. What I can say
Stalk
in
alert.
front of the camera.
No, this is good.
Gold robbery topic now. People actually enjoyed the video. Marky Mark said that video is gold. I'm not sure if he did that intentionally. It sounds like a pun, because it's a gold robbery.
I think he is.
And that
I
video
think
is
he did.
gold.
I see what you did there.
Nice.
Shano Traveler said maybe he was drunk, the guy, because there were a lot of mishaps in that robbery.
Could be, possibly, yeah.
Tech Symbol asks, Sarah feels sorry for him?
Yeah, because he fell down and all of that. And he's old. He shouldn't be robbing things at 70. What made him do that at that age?
Right. You could look at it objectively as a person robbing a gold store with a gun.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know. If,
Rather
if
than
it's
pay
a real
attention
gun.
to his age. You're like, oh, he's old. He must have been desperate. I wonder what made him do such a thing. If that same person was 20 years old younger, you'd be like, I'm glad the police caught him.
Yeah. I admit to that.
Oh my
Yes,
God. Whoa.
just because I feel like an abled person, like a young person, should not be doing that. They should try to figure out a way to make a proper living instead of stealing stuff. But when you're old, sometimes there's not much options anymore, and especially in Thailand, where the welfare for old people is not that great. It just adds to the sadness of this whole story. But maybe I'm just thinking too deep. Sorry, guys.
I think you are a deep thinker, and I can relate to what you're trying to say,
Yeah.
but desperation is not an excuse for pointing a gun at someone.
Yeah,
right?
true.
It could go off even by mistake, even if you didn't mean it, but you still kill someone.
I'm just expressing my opinion that I usually feel sad for older people who have to do things out of desperation. That's just my opinion.
Can I take it somewhere else?
Sure.
I feel like 76 is not old. Like, I don't know, but I feel like people are aging a lot slower. Like, people are pretty, how to call it, agile at 70.
Oh, he's a
Like,
fit cat for
we
76,
used
huh?
to think
Yeah.
like 60s and 70s people are old, and 40s like you're like way over the hill, but now 40s are the new 30s, like 60s now look like 40s in my opinion. And some of I don't know, not my grandparents, but like some of my friends' grandparents are like in their 80s, and I was like, you walk like you're 40. Like,
Yeah.
they don't look old at all. But yeah, I'm just kind of
Fair.
trying to take that a different route. Okay.
Yep.
Someone from the Facebook live stream, his name is Stefan
Wolf.
Buonanno, said inflation might be a good motive for that man to be as desperate as to go to a gold store and rob it.
Possibly.
And then there's Franco7 saying, a simple trick is to put something between the door when you enter so it does not close. It's his advice if you want to rob.
You want to rob? Okay, good.
It's just-
Great.
Tip.
When I initially read this story, because I just read it, and they said that they put the safety protocol, I thought bars came down, but then they just kind of locked at the door, and yeah.
quietly locked. And he
Yeah.
just went boom.
Isn't that kind of dangerous for the staff inside? Because what if
if
he
they
was
get
like
shot?
a deranged man and yeah.
Anything could have gone wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. That is all I got.
All right.
Okey-dokey.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Wir Tiger. We are cool. We
We're
are new.
hip.
We are hip.
You ruined it.
Okay, great.
Sorry.
And with an accent as well. Right.
Hey, Sarah, you didn't dance with us just now.
Not yet. I'm not there yet. Soon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you've enjoyed today's episode. There's about 260 people watching us live. Please click the like button if you have. Comment after the video if you'd like to either address your comments on any of the topics we've spoken about today or for any of our future shows. As for now, I'd like to say thank you, Nettie.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
Thank you to the voice of God behind the scenes, as well as Shai, the lone man behind the buttons today. We hope you have a great Friday and enjoy your public holiday as well as your weekend.
Happy
And
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Have a great Friday. See you. Take care. Bye.